All right, we want to turn now to some new polling and some troubling signs for President Trump, even within his own party. His approval sinking as more and more Americans disagree with his handling of one of his signature issues, the economy. So what impact could that have on voters in the midterms now less than a year away? Our NBC News chief data analyst, you know him, Steve Kornaki, is live tonight with us at the big board. Steve, let's start with the approval rating. Zoom out and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, Tom, we've gotten a bunch of polling really just in the last day or two. Put it all up for you here. 4 different polls that have just come out looking. This is the big picture question. Do you approve of how Trump is handling his job as president? And look, it's sort of have convergence here. Not good for Trump. The low end, 39% approval. The high end, only 43% approval. We've talked about Trump as president. He's kind of operated in a very narrow range. This is getting to the low end in either Trump term of what we've seen for his job approval.
He can't run again. He is a lame duck president. But this matters for the midterms, especially the economy, right? Because voters are voting their pocketbooks almost always. How is he doing on the economy?
Yeah, and that's it. We've seen this number coming down in the last couple of months, and I think it's directly related to this. 3 of these polls asked specifically about Trump's handling of the economy. And look, the numbers are even worse here. 36, 38, 34% approve. One of the problems for Trump right here is that somewhere 20 and 25% of Republicans are saying they disapprove of how he's handling the economy. And I think this finding from the Fox News poll I really wanted to show you because I think it gets to the heart of it. They asked overall voters, do you think Trump's economic policies have helped? Only 15%, hurt 46%, or no different. Compare this to the last president, Joe Biden. The numbers almost identical. You saw what the economy did to Biden. Trump in the same category right now with these numbers.
And I don't know if we have sort of other polls that can explain what it is. Is it still that stubborn inflation, right? Because there have been some positive signs on the economy, but it doesn't feel like it's breaking through to voters.
Yeah, well, we can show you. I think, interestingly, we mentioned the midterm elections here. Yeah. One of the things we find is Democrats opening up a lead on what we call the generic ballot, which party you want to control. But how about this? When asked in this poll, which party do you prefer? A range of affordability issues here, broadly making things more affordable.
That's flipped, yeah.
10-point advantage for Dems, reducing health care costs, creating jobs. That's the Democratic advantage. We haven't often seen that. Raising wages. This is from the Fox poll, a double-digit Democratic advantage. So sort of across the board on these issues, the political thermometer moving against Republicans.
And it's interesting, right, because his first year in his presidency, he focused on a lot of issues overseas, traveling the world. Next year, we hear he's going to be doing a lot of stuff in the States to talk about affordability. We're going to have to see what happens. So great to have you here, Steve, as always. We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.